appreciate what you've done. You know, not many of us wake up every day and get a story that kind of inspires us, but this is one that kind of inspired us. And I don't know if you know a little bit about CoBank's roots, but Garden City is a pretty important place to CoBank. Come on in, Mary. Here's Mary McBride, our president. Say hello to the Roth family.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Hi, I'm Mary. How are you? Nice to meet you. I recognize you.
Yeah.
The video. You did such a great job.
Yeah,
so proud of you.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. We started this Sharing Success program with our board last year, and so what the board did is that we have customers in all 50 states. So it's really hard for us to kind of know what the needs are out there. We don't really know what they are. We know they're out there. We know there's lots of needs in rural America, but we don't know exactly what those needs are. So the board put together and established a fund of $3 million, which we'd ask our customers to, make their own contributions, because everybody likes to see everybody's skin in the game. Usually if they have to put their own money up, they think a little harder about, trying to find the right causes, and up to $5,000. So anyhow, we watch these customers, and we've really been pretty impressed. Matter of fact, last year at our customer meetings, we spent a good part of the meeting with a video where we walked through and shared some of the stories of things like the Pink Pumpkin Patch, okay, where people said this is a worthy cause and took CoBanks. And I think the lesson that probably, I don't want to speak for Mary, but I think that Mary and I learned is how much good a total of $10,000 could do out in some of these communities, So we had a lot of heartwarming stories and met a lot of people and got a lot of letters. But I got to tell you what, Maggie, there was none that touched us more than what you did here, because for someone your age to kind of connect the dots. We talk about that in our world. Who are the people we can hire that can kind of connect the dots, that can look over here, look back here, look there, and kind of pull it together and say, I can bring this together. And I'm absolutely impressed that someone at your age could connect the dots the way you did, and not only connect the dots locally, but how this has caught fire. And that's kind of when you know you have a good idea. They often say imitation's the sincerest form of flattery, and when someone says, hey, that looks like a pretty good idea, let's us jump on this bandwagon. So I hope you have some appreciation for not only for how much good you've done, but how thoughtful you've been and how creative you've been to pull this together. Mary, matter of fact, just came off. She was on the board of Susan G. Komen Foundation.
For 6 years, I terminated it off, and Ann Trackham, our chief operating officer, who's out of town today, she's taken over on that board for CoBank. But the stories are astounding and amazing, and the thing that always amazed me there was that there are people as young as 16 who are diagnosed with breast cancer. Yeah. And so the work you're doing, you have no idea what it's doing. And the thing that's even more amazing is their survival rates today relative to what they were because of the efforts and research and time and things like you're doing that have really changed lives. Yeah. You should be very proud of yourself. Yeah. And these are your pumpkins, I see. They're gorgeous.
Great, they are. They're spectacular. They are.
Absolutely.
They really are. They look even better in person.
They do. They're gorgeous.
For sure.
We appreciate your generosity.
Oh,
and we've like I told her, there's been a lot of times on the farm. We'll for my farm, you don't fail, but if you don't get it right, you just keep on until you do.
Yep,
it
right.
And Maggie had planned to grow this project, and I think by the time she's a senior, as her dad talking, I think you're going to see what it is today, even from what it will be.
Well, it seems to have a tremendous amount of momentum, and rightfully so, because it's a great idea. But you know what? If you never grow anything else on that farm, you grew the two most important things on that farm, and that's at the end of the day. That's all that really matters. The rest will take care of itself, because you gotta straighten out what we baby boomers are messing up, Maggie. I hope you know that. That's going to be part of your role is to do that. But it's just it's exciting, and again, we're thrilled that you took the time to come in.
Absolutely.
But I'll tell you what, we're so excited that we Maggie, we're gonna do something else for you here too, okay? We are so happy about what you did that we have another check here we want you to take to the Pink Pumpkin Patch Foundation.
Oh, thank
so
you.
There's another check for $10,000, and if you take that best wishes. We would really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. I
So thank
appreciate
you.
it.
We appreciate it. You did a great job. Thank you.
Thank you.
We're inspired by you. We're inspired by you. So you take that on to them and say, hey, look, you beat up CoBank for another 10,000. There you go.
Thank you.
CoBank has really been fortunate, I think it's fair to say, Mary, in terms of our success, our financial success, and our business success. And in some of the conversations we've had with the board, we've talked about, what do we do to do good with the fruits of what we've built at this organization. And 2 years ago, we approached the board with a program called Sharing Success. And Mary, why don't you just speak a little bit about what the board did with Sharing Success.
Sure. Under our Sharing Success program, we allocated $3 million to match our customers' contributions to nonprofits in their areas, and we would match a customer up to $5,000. So if the cooperative gave $5,000, we would match $5,000 to that nonprofit. And what's amazed us so much has been the variety of what we have seen in the contributions given. They've ranged from cancer centers to movie theaters to children's playground to fire stations, and the money has gone to rural communities where we never would have known of the need. It was our customers who knew where the needs were.
Mary, you're right. The gratification that we've seen as people have written to us and called us and spoken to us and seen the results of what this little bit of seed money can do, and when it comes together, what a difference up to $10,000 can make. And of course, it's great when we have customers like Garden City Co-op who are willing to do it. We actually would like a few more of our customers, quite frankly, to participate in the program. I'm not sure I've been moved by one any more than I have been by the Pink Pumpkin. When you take a young lady like Maggie at 15 years old who has the foresight and the ability to kind of pull the dots together and understand how you can really make a difference and make a difference that far outsized what I'm sure she had in mind when she began. It's tremendous, and it's probably only fitting also that this happened with Garden City, because when I think about Mary, certainly when I came to CoBank, the chairman was Otis Moles, who would who's from Garden City, and if there's a couple who gives back more, I'm not sure I know who they are besides Otis and Mary Lee. So I mean, this thing has kind of just come together, and I think that's why it's so great. I know you feel the same way I do. I mean, visiting with Maggie and her family today was tremendous, wasn't it?
It was amazing. I mean, she is such an amazing young lady. Her parents should be very proud of her. I'm proud of her. I just met her, because it's such an amazing story for all the work that she's done in this. It's just astounding. Yeah, no, she's been tremendous, and this will be a great story to share with our board as we encourage them. They've renewed the Sharing Success program again this year. And we're excited about what can happen, and I just hope we get to meet a lot more Maggie Roths as time go on here.